just for the sake of it, right? And that is where, when I got a mail, because I was not in touch with him, but when I got a mail from somebody saying that there is L.C. Gupta memorial lecture and would you be there, I said I will be there to listen. And they said, no, you have to be there for speaking. But literally the love and affection I have for him, the reverence I have for him, is not because he wrote that report, it's because he actually changed the face of Indian stock markets by that single sort of piece of document, which when you look at every time, it keeps on giving you newer ideas like Gita, that okay, we had to do this and we have cut corners here, and now we need to do, like Mr. Amarjit Singh mentioned about delivery-based derivatives. He was very clear that if you have stock options or futures, you have to have delivery. And we had not done it for very long. And later on, we had to have debate because our systems had to change. Then a liquid net worth, as was mentioned, the margining system on portfolio basis. I would now run faster because I think time may not permit me. But higher net worth for brokers in derivatives, mutual funds to participate in derivatives, commodities, currencies and interest rates to have derivatives. We had to change the law because wagering is prohibited in India. The settlement in difference is considered wagering. And in a special act, which is SCRA, Securities Contract Regulation Act, and the rules, which is Securities Contract Regulation rules, it was not specifically allowed. And that's why Wagering Act would have applied. That's why we had to actually work with Ministry of Finance, take the amendments to the Parliament, and that changed, allowed the index derivatives for settlement in differences. And that's how the derivatives will finally started in 2000 because of the change that we had to make. But eventually, today, what we have got in terms of the entire market structure, even segregation of client money from the broker money, these were all the ideas which are now we are sort of implementing more stringently, but those ideas came out of L.C. Gupta Committee report. And those are the things now coming to the future. The issues will continue to remain, whether trading is more important or wealth creation. Today, 1 out of every 3 rupees that India consider or Indians consider as wealth is now represented by BSE. 1 out of every 3 rupees. Imagine a person who is in Dibrugarh, who is in Jorhat, who is in Japan. He or she is never going to visit a factory in Coimbatore, but she is putting her hard-earned money into that company, thinking that her money will not go to waste. And whenever the company makes profit, her proportionate dividend will be available to her. It's a great leap of faith. It's a society which trusts each other. It is what I call markets for trust. At stock exchange system, at SEBI, at ministry, what we manufacture is trust. And that manufacture of trust over last 25 years is what I consider is the greatest achievement of SEBI as an independent regulator and its greatest achievement of stock exchange system in India. That when Satta Bazar or stock market used to be considered a bad word, even now Dalal is considered a bad word. For me, Dalals are very noble people. But somehow we think they are bad people, and some of them are bad, like even other people are bad in certain areas, right? But somehow we want to think that making money, making wealth was a crime because we came from that milieu. Today, making wealth, becoming an intermediary between two people is becoming respectful because of this trust that has been created. And on the other side, the trading, as I told you, we trade sometimes 1 crore rupees of value in a day. Many times, most people get impressed by that number, television, because that moves every day, every moment, whereas the net worth or wealth of the company is not that exciting. And so most people think that trading is very important. For me, trading, exchange's basic purpose is to manufacture trust by giving price signals to the society. Price signaling is very different from trading. It's like in Delhi, if you are in Vasant Vihar, you say what is the price of property, right? And they might say 50,000 rupees a square foot. You don't trade. You may have a bungalow there or you may have a flat there. You may not ever trade. You are just getting that price signal, right? So price signal, which is correct, which is not stale, which is not old, at which you can trade, is more important than infinite amount of trading. But trading is essential because without which your signaling has no effect. And that's why the price signaling in any market is what I call a fundamental function. The trading part, how do you trade, how do you execute the settlements, how do you risk management, those are the things India has made great progress. But this debate on trading versus wealth creation will continue. We are a developing country, we have not yet fully developed. So we must focus on capital formation, raising capital, taking the money from the households which usually save money, giving it to the companies which usually require the money, and in the process create jobs, which is our prime responsibility as a society for next 30, 40, 50 years, because we are going to have almost 15 to 20 million youngsters coming to job market every year, every year for next 20, 30 years. And that's where they will create jobs, they will also invest in their own future, and they will also get great returns. And that is basically the magic moment that has come about. Today, BSE is going to reach almost 11 crore investors. We are around 10.94 crore investor accounts as of now, from 50 lakhs. 10.94 is a great achievement in 25 years. 100 billion to now 3.5 trillion is a great achievement. Everyone now can invest in India's growth and their own growth using mobile phones. Wherever they are, whenever they want to invest in their own growth with complete confidence that their money will not go waste. And those are the things that India has achieved. For me, it is just the beginning. Last budget, I was on television and one of the anchors told that now that the budget is good, few lakh Indians will be happy. And I said, no, sir, it will be 8 crore investors who will be happy. We are almost competing with number of farmers in India now. And so please change your thinking about the capitalism in India, the investment in India. India has come a long way. And thanks to Dr. L.C. Gupta, Dr. R.H. Patil, D.R. Mehta, G.V. Ramakrishnan, those are our predecessors whom we worship, whom we revere. And that's why I am once again delighted to be here, to come here on the first memorial lecture, Dr. L.C. Gupta memorial lecture. I am sure this tradition will continue and will continue to hear the progress that India is making on the shoulders of the giants who came before us. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, presentation. I request Professor Dhamijaji to honor our chief guest, keynote speaker. Thank you, sir. Great. Really pleasure. Why confusion so much?
Thank you, sir. You have given a good insight of Dr. Gupta.
इसका फोटो प्रॉपर होना चाहिए. Now I request Professor P.K. Jain to honor Amarjit Singh. Very intensive, sir. Very impressive. Really great. Jain Sahab, Jain Sahab. Now I request Professor Vijay Kumar Kapoor ji to honor Indra Chaurasia. You are a great man, sir. Now we have seen the greatness of you all three today. Amen. Amen. Sir, thank you, friends. Before requesting Dr. Kalpana Gupta to